Digimon. From the day my aunt gave me an original Game Boy and my parents gave me Pokémon Red, I immediately became a fan of the franchise. I mean, shit. Can't you tell? Bulbasaur is my favorite, by the way. Buying and playing all the games from a bitch baby boy to a bitch baby man. But as time went by, I grew up, and unfortunately, the Pokemon franchise did not grow up with me. Over the years, us Pokemon fans have gotten used to such mediocrity with the new Pokemon game coming out almost every year. There's little to no room for improvement for each new title. Of course, we did get some improvements, like the ability to reuse TMs, or maybe being able to access the PC box from your inventory. But sometimes GameFreak would be so nice and give us this beautiful gold bar and say, "Oh, you want Pokemon following you in the overworld? Oh my god, here it is, look at it, the world is so lively and cute and it just feels so good, it's such a nice feature we just implemented." And then GameFreak breaks into your house, enters your room, shits on your face, takes away the gold bar, and says, "No, you see that feature you liked? That feature you liked a lot? Yeah, that's exclusive to these games. That's what makes these games special. Even though everybody wants the feature, we're not gonna put it in the next game. But you know what? Maybe when we implement it in a later game, we'll just make it shittier than you remember." Game after game after game after game, when I finally expected something to change, nothing ever did. When I think about the Pokemon franchise, I think how disappointed I felt these past few years. That is until February 2021. In Pokemon Presents, they revealed Pokémon Legends of Arceus. And goddamn, what a fucking nice surprise. By the way, Arceus, 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 I don't fucking give two shits how you pronounce it. I'm gonna say Arceus because it's how I've been pronouncing it for the last 10 years. So don't fucking judge me. When I say Arceus, you know I mean Arceus. Shut the fuck up. So Game Freak introduced us to a Pokemon Breath of the Wild-like game. And even though at the beginning the game looked pretty bare bones and the frame rate was awful, I remember being super excited because I could only think this is a step in the right direction. 6 months after the announcement of the game, we got a second trailer, and if the first trailer did not sell you on the game, then motherfucker, this one sure did. We got a better frame rate, we got more environments, we got new regional forms, we got ride Pokemon. Oh my god, dude, that shot where she jumps off the cliff and then you wait a second and then she comes back riding the Braviary at the sound of the music. Oh, it's so fucking good! At the time of recording this, which is January 20th, this game had some leaks out. At least the first or second hour of gameplay and also the entire fucking Pokédex as well. I will not be covering any of the leaks, so don't worry about any spoilers in this. I will cover the game once it comes out anyways, so you don't need to worry about that. So after years, I'm finally excited about a new Pokemon game, and that is why I decided to make this video. So here I am, to tell you why I think Pokemon Legends of Arceus might become one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Pokemon game of all time. Usually Game Freak likes putting out two different versions of the same game. Usually they don't differ much other than just the box legendary and exclusive Pokemon to each version. This game doesn't have that. This game has only one version. There isn't a Pokemon Legends of Arceus and a Pokemon Legends of Darkrai. Nope, just one version with all the content, and let me tell you, that's pretty fucking cool. The fact that you don't need to purchase both copies or have a friend with the opposite copy so you can complete the Pokédex or even get the full experience of the game is just amazing. This should have just been the default since the game's launched. Especially now that if you want to access online trades with your friends, you gotta buy an online Nintendo subscription, and not everybody can do that. Plus, you gotta make friends. You know how fucking hard that is? Now, it has been confirmed that Pokémon Legends is not a fully open world game and that instead the world is actually split into its own segmented areas. To put it into perspective, imagine each of these areas as its own wild area from Pokémon Sword and Shield. But unlike the wild area in that game, I'm not disappointed looking at it. Just compare the render distance between one game and the other, and you can tell that Pokemon Legends of Arceus is just gonna be a way better experience overall. Not only that, but Pokemon in the overworld now have a personality and react differently to the player. For example, some might just ignore you and go about their day, some might come check you out and say hello, some are little pussies and will run away, and some guys will try to fucking kill you. You are in Jubilife Village and are part of something called the Survey Corps. Your objective in the Survey Corps is to research Pokemon and in the end create the first ever Pokédex. Not only that, but it also seems that there's some event going on that's causing Pokemon to become more aggressive, and you also need to figure out what that is and maybe stop it. Now compare the plot that I just told you with the plot from the previous Pokemon games we've been getting. Getting 8 badges and becoming the champion while an evil team is harnessing the power of the legendary to either take over the world or destroy the world or fuck your mother. Dude, it's always the same story. It has been like that for years. Repetition makes these games feel dull, and that is why a new take on the objective and the overall story of the game will offer you a breath of fresh air when it comes to Pokemon games. The familiar elements of gameplay from other Pokemon games are still present in Pokemon Legends of Arceus, for example like the Pokemon battles, or the catching, or the waifus. But there are still new features that this game uses to add to and also expand the gameplay. You now need to loot items such as berries and ores around the world, so you can then manage these resources to craft your own items. For example, you can now craft your own Pokeballs. This is great because this promotes exploration in an open world. An open world is not a real open world if all you're doing is just going from mission to mission. It might as well be a linear game. An open world needs to incentivize the player to explore it. The player movement also got a few changes because it's way more important now. Since Pokemon are trying to eat you now, you have to be able to avoid their attacks, so that is why a dodge button has been implemented. Not only that, but it seems like in boss battles, there's an health bar on top of the screen, and to deplete this health bar, you gotta throw these bags of pink cocaine. Everybody knows the weakness to all Pokemon: drugs. Now, if you're bad at the game, and you can't dodge the attacks, or even defeat them with your own Pokemon, you will die, and when you die, you will lose some of your items. And that is so fucking cool! Adding an element of action to a Pokemon game is such a great idea, especially because when you think about it, not every Pokemon in the world wants to fight other Pokemon. Hell, in the first episode of the anime, 300 Spearows tried to fucking kill Ash. These guys are bloodthirsty, man! Combat also got a major update. We have been used to the same old turn-based combat now for a while, where the only challenge you had was figuring out what the super effective button was. Now, yes, that is still true, but combat has underwent some changes, with a new agile style and a new strong style and a combat timeline. So no longer is the combat turn-based, because now you have to strategize with these new features to maximize your damage output and also get as many turns as you can. Agile style helps you get more turns, but in exchange for less damage on your attacks. Strong style does the exact opposite. You will do more damage, but you might get less turns. So now you have more options in how you want to approach combat, and that will help you strategize in harder fights. Oh, but GBoss, these features just look like they make the game easier because now there's more ways for you to win every fight. Shut up, you're wrong, sit down, your parents are disappointed in you, I'm disappointed in you, shut the fuck up. If you think these features are gonna make the game easier, then look at this clip of a Raichu using Thunder Wave to paralyze the Walrein in Agile style so we can make sure he can go next, and then use Thunderbolt, which is a super effective move that means twice as much damage, in Strong style for a maximum damage output, and the Walrein still survives with a decent chunk of health, and then completely fucking destroys the Raichu and the trainer. Adding these new mechanics to the game will make combat way more challenging than we're used to, trust me. All of these elements, all of these features, all of these changes combined made me interested in Pokemon again. I can finally look at this franchise and not feel disappointment anymore. For the first time in forever, the series is finally evolving. Pun intended. The reason why I think this game will change Pokemon and GameFreak is because all the things I mentioned during the video are all a step in the right direction for the future of the franchise, and I'm sure you agree with me. If the game comes out and is as good as we think it's going to be, and if us, Pokemon fans, receive the game well and share our opinion as much as we can, GameFreak might actually fucking listen for once and think, oh wow, the dumb westerns actually liked the risk we took in getting out of our comfort zone to make this game, and it paid off? The fans are happy. Perhaps this is what they want from us and expect from us in the future. I believe if this game does really well, we might be getting Pokemon games in the future that will take risks, that will strive to innovate and make Pokemon way better than it's ever been. Imagine a world where it's no longer the same boring story where you're getting the 8 badges and fighting the Elite Four. It's no longer the game where there are effortless animations that have no love put into them. It's no longer a dull world that does not promote exploration. I believe that after Pokémon Legends of Arceus comes out, Pokemon games will be better, smarter, stronger, faster. Pokemon games will be better, innovative, challenging, and more fun to play overall. And I think after this game, we are going to change how we look at GameFreak once and for all. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's winter right now and it's fucking freezing and I put this t-shirt on for a bit. Help me. If you want to see me play this game, you can follow my Twitch down in the description. I will be streaming it on Saturday. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. If you really want to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it until 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you could help me by sharing the video with your mom, I'd appreciate it.